Negotiating, well, it's not the easiest thing to do, but we have got a celebrity entrepreneur and author here who's going to lay it down for us. He's got great personality and enthusiasm, and I love that. This is Clint Arthur. How you doing this morning?
Phenomenal! So great to be here.
Oh my gosh, you're just like me. I sing everything. I'll be like, hey, this is fantastic. I want everybody to know that you are the best-selling author of The President's Code. This is Common Traits of Uncommon Leaders and Speaking Game, and also the 7-Figure Speakers Secrets Revealed. You're going to break it down for us because negotiating is a tricky thing to do.
Amen.
So let's talk about some of these key points, because I understand that 63% of women feel very uncomfortable negotiating, but this is what we have to do if you're in business.
You got to do it, man.
Put them hands up, honey. Jazz hands it out.
Look, the first thing you got to understand is in negotiation, this is the worst number.
Number one?
Number one, yeah, because whoever's the first person to give a number is the loser.
Really?
You never want to give your number first. You always want to get the other person to give the number first, so then you can either take them down or go up from there.
Okay.
Because whoever names that first number is losing.
We don't want to lose. We want to begin to win. So we want to be successful at this. So these little tips are things that we have to do all the time, or is it strategically you just pick and choose what works for you?
I was driving over here this morning in an Uber, and my driver was telling me that he uses these tips with his kids.
That's
to
fantastic.
Negotiate movies.
Okay.
And when they can do this and when they can do that. So you don't have to be a business person to use these negotiation tips. You can use them in your everyday life. If you're a mom, if you're on the PTA, if you got coworkers, you got to get what you want, and these are all helpful for that.
Okay, well, let's talk about this $20 bill, because money talks, honey. Money does talk.
I say never negotiate on the price. That's a bad thing. Let's say you're a person who makes $20 an hour. What if the person says, nah, I don't want to give you 20, I only want to give you 17? It doesn't seem like a lot, but you're going to resent that. See, you can't even use this 20 anymore.
No.
And that's the same thing that's going to happen if you negotiate the person's price. You're not going to get the utility out of that person that you would get if you pay them the full price.
You are so on it. All right, let's talk about the third one. Don't be afraid to ask.
Ask and you shall
receive. A lot of people, though, they don't know how to ask or what to say when they ask, so they just don't do it.
But if you don't ask, you don't
receive.
Okay, so
I feel like I'm in church with you.
You gotta ask for what you want, or else you don't get it. People can't read your mind,
This is true.
They're not going to give you what you want unless you ask for it.
All right, number 4, know your key deal points.
You got to know what you really want and what you don't. You got to make sure that what you really want is in the negotiation, or else you're not going to get what you really want. And you have to know, okay, some of these points are the ones I really want.
Okay.
And then the other side is some of these points are just
you're just going to throw them away.
Throw away points.
So it's good to maybe outline them so you can break it all down, so you're not going in there stumbling on your words. You have it in your head and you are set.
If the negotiation matters, you got to really make it matter to you.
Okay. And you've been doing this for a long time. How long have you been doing this?
I've been a professional speaker now for about 5 years, and I make more money as a speaker than 99% of the members of the National Speakers Association.
Well, I did watch some things on your website, and it was life-changing for you, and you said, this is an eye-opener, and it can really help awaken things in you, especially if you've been thinking about it. Just do it. But a lot of people don't.
People live their life as if they have forever, but when I was in my transformation, the shaman on the other side of the campfire pointed at me and he said, "You don't know it yet, but you're already dead." And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I didn't know what he was talking about, but I couldn't get it out of my mind for months and months. I'd wake up out of a sound sleep. I'm already dead. What does he mean? And then I started living as if it was going to be the last year of my life, and that's when everything changed for me.
Oh my
Let's get to these last few tips,
I know. We got a few more tips.
You got a cell phone, right?
Correct.
So use the cell phone and study up on, and investigate the person you're negotiating against. Go on Google, find out if they like horses or if they like cars. If they like cars, give them tickets to the Barrett-Jackson auto auction, and maybe you can get some points that way without having to spend money.
So it's sort of like massaging them to get what you want.
You never know what piece of information is going to help you in your negotiation. I'll tell you what, I got a house, my dream house I'm building right now, and if it wasn't for doing research, that house never would have been built.
Wow.
Ever, ever, ever.
That's some good tips right there. Last one, number 7.
You got 2 feet, right? You got
so
2
crazy.
feet, but 1 mouth. Use your feet. If you're not willing to walk, you ain't going to win, because that's the ultimate leverage in your negotiation.
But you got to be smart about it and know exactly when to walk away, correct?
walking is better than talking.
Okay. That's funny. Walking is better than talking. Don't rush unless you get compensated for speed.
Time is a factor.
Right.
And if you're willing to do a quick deal, you should get some extra compensation for doing a quick deal. I got 50% off on a land deal that I did because I was willing to close fast. That land had been on the market for 2.5 years. I said, hey guys, I'll give you $104,000, but I'm willing to close in 7 days.
Okay.
See, and they wanted the deal, and I got that land and made a lot of money on a good price on land. So.
He knows his stuff. Clint Arthur is the man. SpeakingGame.com is the website. You want more information? Don't be in the dark. Get what you want by negotiating like a ninja. Go to aztv.com.